Hi there. I don't know about you, but I sure am ready for that glass of wine that he was just talking about. But actually, these past 2 days have been absolutely amazing. I've been blown away by all the ideas that I've heard, all the sessions I've attended. I've traded in my conservative presentation dress for the conference t-shirt, which I never do. So if someone would snap a picture and tweet it to me, I'd really appreciate it so I can prove that I'm not always like buttoned up and everything. So I'm Amy Gross. I'm the CEO and founder of VineSleuth. And what we do is we analyze wines and foods using sensory science, and then we apply proprietary algorithms to match people with wines and foods that they will enjoy. So both as a business owner, I've really enjoyed everything that I've heard to see what's coming in the future and all the cool things that you guys are bringing to the plate. But as a mom who is trying to get dinner on the table for her 3 kids and husband every day, it's also been very exciting for that too. I keep going back and forth between consumer and business owner with my excitement. So all of us, though, one of the things that's kind of woven through every presentation is data. There is so much data in what we do. There's so much data that's collected. And if you're one of those that has the heebie-jeebies about data being collected on you, well, you're in the wrong industry and you're at the wrong conference. Because we all know that that data can be used for some serious awesomeness. Now, before we get to where the data is now, let's go back a little bit. Let's go back so before we all had cell phones, maybe before we even had the internet in everybody's house, and you might be planning a night out, and so what are you going to do to make that reservation? Does anybody remember the yellow pages? Right? You break out the yellow pages, you call a restaurant, you might go through a stack of magazines or books that you had trying to get some ideas of where you're going to go eat. You make that reservation, you show up, you don't already know what's on the menu. You haven't already seen 17 pictures of every dish that's being offered. You're going into it blind. You're going to eat just what that restaurant owner thinks you're going to like because they've made this menu. You've got that to choose from. And you know what? If you don't know what something on that menu is, you're out of luck. You got to go with whatever that waiter is telling you that you're going to like, which, when you're traveling internationally, that's even more of a challenge. But sometimes, just living in Houston, it could be going down the street and you have no idea what you're getting. So I'd like to kind of take a little step back into my life and see, are we really bullying or not? Well, back in college, I paid my dues. I waited my share of tables. And yes, there were those nights whenever we were told, New York Strip, we got to unload it. So what did I do? Every table I'd walk up to, oh my goodness, the New York Strip is fabulous tonight. And with a glass of black opal, oh, good day, mate, it's going to be fantastic. And what did I do? I sold that New York Strip and the glass of wine, maybe a bottle, because I wanted to bump up the tab, bump up my tip, and maybe win a contest. So then, 2 weeks later, what am I pushing? Well, we ordered too much prime rib. We got too much prime rib hanging around. I got to make sure we're moving the prime rib. I got to make sure that my restaurant, well, the manager has to make sure that the restaurant doesn't have a lot of waste, and it's my job to, stay in good graces so I can get a good schedule and also earn those tips that I want. Well, that's really not the way that it has to be anymore. Some restaurants then, the smaller ones, might have taken notes on what people liked, and that was a really great way that whenever the regulars came in, they could offer something special for them. Even back at the big restaurant out back, there was always a family that we would know. Whenever they showed up, someone would run across the street to the grocery store and get something that their child liked because we were always going to take care of them. But that wasn't really scalable. But what we did know is what we're measuring now, that personalization creates a 10% lift in sales or more. And Drizzly, which is an online alcohol delivery service, they say it increases sales 14% or more. So obviously, we want to do that, right? In the industry, we want to make sure that we're personalizing to make happier customers. They're going to stay with us. They're going to be loyal customers, and it's good for the bottom line. Personalization is also helping to reduce that spoilage and that waste. So back in the old days, our CRM, whoops, I've missed a slide. We're just going to go on without that one. Back in the old days, our CRM was a notebook. And so one of actually the winemakers on our team was telling me how he learned about wines that he liked because he would go to this specialty wine shop, and the guy there would keep this spiral notebook written down of everything that he bought. So every customer had a page in this notebook, and he would write it down. And so when Dave would go back to the grocery store, to the wine shop, he would say, hey, did you like it? Did you not like it? He'd keep track of that. And that's how Dave got brave enough to try new wines, to come up with new things to do. And now he's this fantastic winemaker at Iron Horse, and I can tell you the world is a better place because that guy at the specialty store helped him out. So all the things that we're doing in AI and personalization can really do amazing things other than just making our consumers happy. What we're also doing is we're reducing waste. We're using the human capabilities even stronger whenever we use AI, and we're making the world a better place. So waste, as I was talking about earlier with personalization, we can change what we're making. We can change what we're offering. We can change what foods we're cultivating and growing. Smart appliances, and I'm not talking about cool apps that tell you when your toast is done. I'm talking about the smart apps that can really guide you through the process, that can tell you what ingredients you have and what cool things you can do with that. Those are going to help eliminate waste. They're going to help us use those groceries that are in the back of the refrigerator. I don't know about you, but once it makes it to the freezer, it's there until a hurricane hits and we got to clean out the freezer. So this is going to help to eliminate that waste that goes in that. And we've got the technology that we've heard of here that can do that. It's been so exciting to learn about how things can change. It's been awesome to hear about 3D printed food. It's been cool to hear about soggy food not being around anymore. And it's been really fantastic to see how the garbage can now make my grocery list. Like, that is way cool. But guys, it all sounds so Jetsons, but yet it's really helping us in practical ways as well. Like I said, it can help to reduce that waste. Through the years, we've all wondered what to do. And Lucy, and sometimes, was the one that would give us that advice and let us know what was going on. But now, advice can be given in a much better, more efficient way. The global artificial intelligence recommendation engine market will be a $4.4 billion industry in 2022. It's growing. And how is it going to be sourced? How is it going to work? By incredible data that we give it. The technology that we're seeing here today, that so many of you have something to do with, is going to help to feed that recommendation engine market. Now, the recommendation engine market can help with the personalization on so many realms. It can help with flavor, and it can also help with nutrition. And I don't know about you, but I think that sounds really exciting. One other thing that it can do to help make our lives better, it means less studying. I love that you can pull up information on my phone anytime I go shopping. 71% of shoppers use their mobile device in store to do at least one educational activity. And this rate is going up. But here's the thing. With such great data, why are we making people do homework? If we can offer truly ethical, honest, and appropriate personalization choices for people, they shouldn't have to do the homework. At VineSleuth, I know that we can offer those choices based on flavor preference, and we can even explain why those choices are made. And there are lots of others in this space that can do the same. Another thing that we can do is we can offer group personalization. Again, that means everyone doesn't have to take out their phone and figure out what wine they want, what food they want, what should they buy. We should be able to use the technology and the data that's out there now to make personalized recommendations that are appropriate, and in a way that consumers know they can trust us. They're not going to doubt us by giving them a little bit of understanding as why it is that way and why it works. 41% of consumers stop shopping with a company because of poor personalization. The consumers are talking. All we got to do is give them great personalization, and they will stay with us, and things will grow. Businesses will grow. People will be happier. Personalization will also help to increase better nutrition. We've heard a lot about this throughout the last day and a half. We've learned all sorts of things, that changing diets can help to take away cancer, obesity, type 2 diabetes, so many things. But here's the thing, aside from just telling people that you got to eat more greens, because we know we have to eat more greens, now we can use that personalization to help them eat the food that they really want to taste, they really want to enjoy, and the food that's right for them. All this together makes the world a better place. And yes, is AI going to take away some of those jobs that are out there? You betcha. It's going to take away some of those really boring, unhappy jobs that we don't like doing anyway. And what it's going to do, it's going to help those humans do exactly what they do best. It's going to help with precision trade jobs. Those are going to go right on up. And it's going to help free up brain capacity so that we can come up with other problems and other issues that need to be solved. Whenever our brains are freed up, we can reach on to bigger issues. We can talk about making the world a better place by helping people relate to each other more and not worry about the things that we can use algorithms and computers to do. To me, I think that future looks really, really bright, and I'm excited to be a part of it here, to hear all the things that you're doing. I do believe that the bullying stage is over. We're much more in a place of partnership, using data between consumers and the industry to help people get what they want. Actually, it might even be now that consumers are bullying the industry a little bit more to get what they want. But I know that together with all the minds in this room and the conversations that I've had, that we can work together to make the future not just a better place, not just a tastier place, but a more nourishing place by using the technology that's out there and the things that are in development now. I'm Amy Gross. If you're interested in any of those things and you'd like to learn more about AI, personalization, and of course flavor data, please keep in touch. Thanks.